Okay, welcome to the vlog. It's November 10th, and November 10th was a very rainy day, and on the way to the subway you can see everybody's carrying an umbrella, and it makes New York very different when it's raining. It's not bad though, because you can go from building to building, so it's not like you're getting poured all the time. Again, I'm going down these awful stairs. See, what's going on is all the escalators are going up, and the narrow staircase, some people are going up the staircase walking, which is crazy because it's such a long walk up. But that leaves everybody trying to go into the subway, going down a very narrow staircase. And I think this is just crazy. This is one of the busiest subway stops in all of the world. It's in Manhattan, in Midtown. And it's crazy that, this is the modern age and this is the kind of subway we're living in. I think it's a shame, and it kind of bothers me a lot. Okay, so one of the things that excites me is that the Paper app, which is on iOS, for the iPhone 6S, got touch sensitivity. And so I did this little screen recording here, and this is pretty amazing when you see what the screen recording here is. So you'll see what it means is it's with your finger touch sensitivity when you draw. So this is really going to be, I think, huge for artists, particularly if they draw with their fingers. And, I can't wait till the regular iPad gets touch sensitivity. So here, I'm pressing down harder, and it's making the drawing, the line thicker. When I press down less, it makes it thinner. So, you could really kind of make cool drawings with this. I'm not an artist, but now having this capability to push down, and I'm using the color black here, but it's pretty cool. Here, I'll pick another color, blue. So this is almost like a Jackson Pollock in terms of drip style. But I'm just sort of squiggling around, pressing harder, and pulling back, and then you see it gets thinner. So very cool, and that Paper app will work with the iPad Pro. All right, so let's jump ahead. At the end of the day, I had to go to a meeting, actually go to a school meeting to check out new schools for my oldest son. He's going to middle school next year. So I sort of drudged, to a different subway line. So the subway line I took this time is the 4 Express on the East Side line. So for that, I had to go to the Fulton Street terminal. Now the thing is, the Fulton Street terminal is part of a major revamping of the area around Ground Zero. And in this video, I'm going to show you, I'm going to be entering the Fulton Center here. It's very modern, and this is what I think all subway stations in Manhattan or New York City should eventually look like. Be very modern and come up to, the times that we live in, instead of looking like something that was built 50 years ago, 40 years ago. So look, when you go down here, look how cool this looks. It's like circular spiral, like a big dome, beautiful escalators going down, multiple levels, people scurrying about, very nice turnstiles to go through. And, I'm going to try to maybe I'll try to take this subway more often, so I could use this station. And here I am on the platform. Even the platform looks kind of nice and clean and modern. And I'm waiting for the 4 train, which is the Express. And you can see it's pulling into the station. Okay, so I got to the Upper East Side, much further on the Upper East Side, and you can see this one's a very different type of subway station. It's very crowded, and I'm getting out, and I'm going to be walking in the streets of the Upper East Side, heading for this middle school, where they're going to have like a little sort of get together and explain what that middle school is like. Now, one of the cool things in the subways, sometimes you get these stations that have stores, like actually at sort of mid-level between where the station is and where the ground is. And so I just passed that. And now I've hit 86th Street here, and 86th Street in Manhattan is very bustling, a lot of stores, a lot of activity, and I'm just zipping forward, walking to my destination. So this part of the city is a total different aesthetic than further downtown where I entered at Fulton Street. I mean, it's a completely different vibe, a completely different feel. Now, Casey Neistat, who I listen to and has got one of the best vlogs around, he says he never leaves downtown, and he says he actually never goes to the Upper East Side. Now, this is cool. You walk by, and I get this great little view of this great little Taekwondo class. And so I like going to neighborhoods that I normally don't go to, and I like walking around because you get to see different people, different parts of life, different stores. And even on this little trip, people don't think this is necessarily the coolest part of town, but like, look, there's a really cool Vietnamese restaurant, big letters and big bright letters, Vietnam, and then even going down this block, you start seeing some cool stores, some cool clothes stores, and some cool eating places. And so that's the beauty of New York. Block by block, you can start seeing all sorts of different things. Look at that diner. That looks like a really cool diner. It says Midnight Express Diner. So, just on this walk to go to this school event, I enjoyed it. It was like raining. It created this sort of, atmospheric feeling in the night. And, as I am passing cool places. Now, years ago, I lived downtown. I lived down where Casey does, all the way down in the Tribeca area and Soho and the West Village and Chelsea. And I enjoyed it. But you know what? I like other parts of the city, too. I like the Upper West Side. I like Midtown East, Midtown West. I like the Upper East Side. I like Brooklyn. I like Queens. That's the beauty of New York. There's just so many different neighborhoods and so many different things to do. So look at this scene. You've got the sort of the wet street, and the taxis coming up, and the people holding the umbrellas. After the school meeting, I decided to take a bus back because it was closer. I didn't have to walk as far to the subway. And this is what a New York City bus looks like. It's slower, but it's comfortable. This one wasn't that crowded. This was actually the local. And you see, this is after I got off the bus. You can see there's another bus there. And finally, I jumped into Walgreens because I wanted to see if the rewards card works with Apple Pay. Supposedly it does, but I couldn't find anything to buy. End of vlog.